What is going on, everybody? And if you're on the East Coast, good morning to you. Today is a very, very special day, very exciting day. DC Fandome, something we've worked so hard. I shouldn't say we worked hard for DC Fandome, but the Snyder Cut is a part of it, something we worked so hard for years and years and years. And today is the day that we finally get to see a trailer. It's definitely been worth it. And again, I keep on saying this, we're not just getting the Snyder Cut, we're getting so much more today. I am the first pre-show. I'm going for 2 hours. I'm going to go right into Film Gob and then right into Fatal J, and then boom, Nicotina's show. That's when the fun begins. Now, I'm supposed to be joined by Mr. Wes Ashley, Prime 76, and possibly Will Rollins. So yeah, I can't wait to have those guys on. It's going to be a fun time, a fun 2 hours. I mean, today's the day. So let's get hyped. Let's get ready to go because we will never forget this day. Trust me, a lot's going to happen. A lot's going to go down, and I can't wait for it. So put your seatbelts on because we're going for a ride. All right, let's see who we got up in here real quick. We got Andrew. What's that? Not popping up. Already have an issue. Oh, there we go. Andrew Casali says, first, yes, thank you for showing up. Akbar, my man Akbar, thank you for being here. No problem. Oh, man, too bad I'm still on my family trip now for the next several hours. I'll try to catch up on the way inside car. Yeah, man, hey, again, I've been trying to tell this or stress this to everyone. I know time zones, they're all different. I understand that. I get that. So if this is bad, this time is bad for you, don't worry about that. Because a couple things. First off, the main event doesn't start for I think like what 4 or 5 or 5 hours, 5 or 6 hours. So make sure you're ready for that, and especially make sure you're ready for Zack Snyder's panel. That's the big one. So don't be upset that you can't make mine. That's fine. I want you guys to rest up because it's going to be a long day. Okay, it's going to be a very, very long day. Andrew says today's the day. Yes, today is the day. Finally, it's here. Sickness, what up? I'll try to make a time, but I'm falling asleep later, guys. I have to get some rest. Yes, please get some rest, Sickness. Thank you. What's up, my DC fan? DC Talk with Extended. Yes, what's going on? Thank you for being here. Jack says, good morning, everyone. Yes, good morning. Good morning, my DC family. Bright and early. Well, I shouldn't say bright and early. I usually get up earlier for work, but yeah, it's 7 a.m. where I am, which is cool. Bat Dan, 6 a.m. for me. Hey, man, I appreciate you being here. Yeah, here we are. Crisis of Infinite Streams #1, kicking off with me, Subjective Reviews. So we're doing it. We're starting. It's the day. It's the day. The day that all of our dreams come true. How many people are here from Anash's stream? He said, yeah, you know what? I've actually never talked to him. A bunch of my, Nicotina and all those guys, Nerdy in Many Ways, they've had him on their streams before. He seems like a very, very cool dude. And he just tweeted at me, said that he was, I guess, streaming or something. Then he would pop over just to watch. I don't know. Let's see. Today is the day. Yes. I can't wait for Zachdom. Yeah. Everyone can't wait for it. But that's the best part is the fact that we're all so excited for the Snyder Cut, Zach's panel. But at the same time, being a DC fan like myself, I'm excited for everything that's going to happen. So it's not, yes, like Zach, is #1. That's what I'm most excited for. But when it comes to like other DC, I'm very, very excited for the games. Most definitely, like another Wonder Woman trailer, Suicide Squad, and the possible announcements of so much more. That's what's so exciting. So yeah, it's going to be a great day. Joseph Alex, hey, what's going on? Amshri is here. Hey. Andrew says, with the Flash movie panel, talk about Affleck and Keaton. Will the Flash movie? Well, since the article came out in Variety about Ben, I can see them talking about it, and it has direct quotes from Andy Muschietti, so I can see. And I'm not quite sure if that was actually in an article or not about Keaton. I think it was. So yeah, if they were in the trades and Andy has publicly spoke out about that, I could definitely see him talking about the Batman. Yeah, I mean that he's already talked about it before with magazines and these other channels. So yeah, I can see him talking about it. Returning, John Cena. What up? What up? What's going on? Poindexter's Lounge. I came here from Enosh. Yeah, there you go. Enosh himself. Appreciate you being here. But Sam, hey Tyler, so geared up, man. Cheers from India. Yes, cheers from America. Thanks for being here. The Snyder Cut and Fandome is upon us. Yes. Again, I'm not going to say it enough. Today is the day. It's happening. It's not. That's the best part. Is it's not a dream. You know, a lot of people have been saying, like, is this real? I can't believe it. The fact that we've gotten these teasers the last couple of days, I can't believe it. It's like this isn't real. And the teasers, we'll talk about that in a little bit, but they're, I mean, just out of this world. Akbar's a kid from inside the car. Next trip already. Will you stream DC Fandome here? No, I will not. Originally, the plan that I had put into place was we were just going to be on one stream from the start of DC Fandome until the end. That was my original plan. But then we kind of mixed things up and changed up, and Nicotina had the great idea of doing the Crisis of Infinite streams again, before and after, kind of give everyone in our circle stream time, which was a great idea on Nicotina's part. So I was happy he did that. And I got the early time slot. And like I said, I'll be going for 2 hours, and then it will be Film Gob, and then Fatal J, and then Nicotina's show, and then Zeverfet, and then Nerdy in Many Ways. Then after that, Poindexter's Lounge, Enosh, and then Mad Max Mandalorian. So yeah, it's kind of going all the way through, but we will direct you. It's not going to be like, oh my God, where do I go now? What's going to happen next? We will direct you to the next channel. So if you pay attention, we have a schedule as well. It's been plastered all over Twitter. Let me see. It's in one of my emails, so maybe maybe like in a little bit I'll post the schedule for you guys so you have a better idea. Benjamin, what's going on? Substanchi Roy, great time to witness the glory. Yes, very great time. Akbar, I could stream now inside the car. Okay, man, I appreciate it. Okay, cool. So it's 7 a.m. for you as well. Perfect. We're on the same schedule. Great question. Are you still excited for Robert Pattinson's Batman? I know that some people will give me hate for this, but yes, I'm excited for Robert Pattinson's Batman. And I'll say this again and again and again. It's because I am a Batman fan. So I'm very excited for anything Batman, well, live action, I should say. And they're going in like a very it looks like it's going to be like a hard R movie. So something we've never seen before. So I'm very excited. Without further ado, we have our first guest on the show. So I'm going to introduce Mr. Wes Ashley.
What up, bro?
What's going on, my friend?
Chillin', man. What's up with you?
Hey, man, just woke up for the DC Fandome.
Yeah, I know, right? Nice hat too, man.
Oh, thanks. Same to you. Yo, what does your hoodie say? Zach Crack?
Zach Crack. Hell yeah, dog.
Where do you get that from? Or was it made up for you?
No, it's mine. We're gonna start selling them tomorrow. We gotta I'm a launch this little online store with some merchandise and shit. And this is one of them.
Damn, I'm definitely gonna get my hands on one of those. I like that.
Hell yeah, I appreciate it, dog.
Everyone wants their Zach Crack, right?
Hell yeah, we got another one coming for that also.
Certain people want more Zach Crack than others. They'll go to great lengths to get it.
You know how it is.
Yeah, that's for another stream for another day.
Hell yeah.
Can't be negative today. I'll try not to be.
Try not to be, at least.
Yeah. So what time do you typically get up on a Saturday?
Shit. For this show, man, I made it. I made it. So
I appreciate it.
No problem. Usually on the weekdays, I try to watch like the pre-market stock market. So I try to wake up around 4 or 5. So I'm kind of used to it. Yeah. But Saturdays the stock market is closed, so I was hoping to just sleep in, but no, I got to come on the show. Don't worry.
Yeah, man, I appreciate this. Yeah, I got into stocks for like a minute and then I stopped. It's, you know, I'm always looking to do different stuff with my money.
Right.
And then I was interested in stocks, but I had no idea where to even start.
Right.
And a buddy of mine, he had a company that it was like penny stocks. And he was like, yo, this company's going to blow up. And the reason it was going to blow up was because he was saying they made this movie, like this teen, this teen movie for Netflix. Like it was all set in stone. Like the movie was done. It was ready to go. Netflix was going to buy it. And as soon as Netflix was going to buy it, that's when the stock was going to blow up. So I just bought like tons and tons of stocks because it was a penny. So I was like, I was all on board.
Right.
You know, I didn't spend too much money, but I spent a decent amount. Right. And one of the reasons that he was buying in on it was because his boss, because he used to manage a Planet Fitness, and his boss owned the Planet Fitness, and he told him about the stock. Right. And this dude bought like $200,000 worth of shares. Like he went hard.
Damn.
And yeah, so like I was buying a lot, and it got like all the way up to 20 cents, and that's when I should have just like dropped out of it and took my money and ran. Right. And that now it's like just all the way back to like nothing happened. Nothing happened.
Right.
And I was just like,
you got to know when to get out.
I know, but like I saw that climbing, and it had potential to just go to like $1 or $2, and that's when I was gonna like, but it never got there, and now I'm back to 1 cent.
That's how it is, man. Those penny stocks are the best, but it is that like remember when this COVID crap first started, it was like all these pharmaceutical penny stocks were just going like $4 overnight. You know, so people were getting into them, and then they were like cashing out, but now they're back to $1. I mean, a penny or something like that. So you just got to know when to get out, man. So now I guess the thing is these new metal stocks, these like lithium, palladium, all that shit like that. Yeah. Find those penny stocks because they're going crazy right now, or tech stocks,
Okay. Well, I'm still a little butthurt, so I don't know if I'm gonna get back to the game real quick.
You're funny, man.
So
hold on. I got some hot water on the stove. Let me turn this shit off real quick.
Okay. Yeah, no problem. Let's get back to a couple of these questions. Sorry to talk about stocks real quick. Sorry, guys. Let's see. Joseph says, will we see new Steppenwolf in action? What do you think? I think we will. Zach keeps on teasing that Steppenwolf will be in this trailer because he's always referring to that spiky MFer. Like, so yeah, I think Steppenwolf will be in the trailer. It could be very short. I guess that's what you're asking. Do I think we'll see like movement and fighting from him? Probably not. It'll be like one of those scenes where he shows up in Themyscira where he just drops down and you just get a good look at him, and then that's it. Just to give you an idea of like that's the new Steppenwolf. But yeah, man, what are you most excited for from today?
Man, I want to see some Ben Affleck shit. That's what I hope they say something about him.
Yeah, definitely. I know, like the big topic has been him coming back, and there's been a lot of people saying it's not going to happen. There's been a lot of people that said it's going to happen. So now it was like a day of celebration. Yeah, so it was a day of celebration the other day. Because it was official that Ben is now going to be in the Flash movie. So that means Ben is coming back. But then some people took that and they're like, oh, it doesn't mean he's getting his own series, blah, blah, blah. And in my mind, I'm like, yeah, but if they're gonna drop that news, it's gonna be a day for today. It's gonna be like a day today.
Right.
Like him being a part, like that part of him being in the Flash, that shouldn't even have got out, honestly. But I guess it was planned because it was in Variety's article that was gonna happen. Right. I guess to give you a little taste. But from what I'm hearing, like, today, they're just going hard with everything. I mean, with footage, with content, with surprises. Like, today is going to just be ridiculous on all levels. So if you're going to actually come out and say, yeah, we're going to have another Batman movie or a Batman series, it's going to come out today. So,
Yep. I agree.
And all these people that were saying that, oh, no, Ben's not coming back. Like, it was such a horrible time. And I'm just like, it's because of the people that he worked with. And now he's in a better situation.
Correct.
So obviously, if he signed on to do a Flash movie, and then I hear Grace Randolph is saying that, I didn't watch the video, but I'm hearing her say that that's it. He's just showing up in the Flash and then he's done. I'm like, no. I highly doubt
what she said. Yeah, I heard somebody was kind of PO'd about her video, but I didn't watch it. I wanted to keep the hype. I didn't want to even hear what she had to say, you know?
Yeah. I mean, I don't watch her videos, but a lot of people, they'll just write what she was talking about. And that's what they were doing. Like the main point that she was taking out. But again, people like that, they know certain things, but they don't know the whole story.
Right.
You know? And that's what people need to understand about scoopers too, is a lot of times they're taking guesses and they don't know 100%.
Right.
But like Grace Randolph, what I've learned about her is she likes to like play safe. She likes to play both ends of the spec. Like she'll say it's not going to happen, but she'll say it could happen, you know? So
that's what they all do. They want to keep that connection. So they don't want to say something bad or say something wrong. But with us, we're not scoopers, man. We're just regular dudes with a YouTube channel, and we can say whatever the fuck we want. You know, I think, you know, I'm gonna let Fandome do their news, but I think we're gonna be excited about Ben Affleck shit because, like, come on, man. If he's negotiating a Flash movie, you know he got to be negotiating something more than that. You know, that got to be like the icing on the cake. I mean, the cherry on the top. You know, that's probably why it was leaked first. You know, because that was probably a small bit of what we're gonna see from Ben Affleck, in my opinion.
Yeah, most definitely. And then you got I always say his last name wrong, but Joe Manganiello, the guy who played Deathstroke. Yeah. He, as soon as the Snyder Cut was released, or they were saying it was coming out, he put out a tweet and said, "Yeah, now you're going to have the proper ending." And he put like a Batman versus Deathstroke thing, whatever. And we know that, or it seems like we know that ending was going to lead into a Batman movie. So if you have that same ending, which it seems like he thinks it's going to happen, then you know what, you're not going to fulfill that. Like, no, like all this stuff is happening. AT&T, HBO Max, they want content. Right. Everyone loves Ben. And he's he's in such a better place right now. So why wouldn't he? I mean, this is like, him playing Batman was like one of his dream roles. Like, you just know it. Like, the dude has a bat cave in his house. Like, come on. Right. You know, it's just, and, you know, again, it was the situation he was put in. He was put in a great situation, and then they took Zach out, and then, you know, Jeff Johns takes over, and Joss Whedon, you know, just ruins everything. And that's why he was like, no, I'm not dealing with this. Like, the new regime that's at WB, like, no, I'm good. I'm not. Correct. And now all those peeps are out. So he's like, hell yeah, I'll come back. Zach's coming back. He gets to do what he wants to do. I'm back in too. Yeah, sign me up. Correct. 100% correct. And people just want to be a naysayer, you know? People just want to talk shit. People just want to have something to talk about. And a lot of times people just say shit just to get a reaction, you know? Yeah, so when you see all the people talking shit about, oh, Ben's only doing one movie and this, that, and the other, I've learned since 2016, man, I got to stop listening to these dudes, man, you know? These dudes be wrong as hell, dog, you know? So I just got to do my own thing, you know? Yeah, you know what? And I've gotten like so much better with that. Like, I used to be, like, before I started the whole YouTube thing, I used to be addicted to like this information. And just watching mad YouTube scoopers and channels and tweets and really get twisted in my head. And more recently, maybe the last couple months, I don't even like get involved in that stuff anymore. I'm just because the lesson learned is the Snyder Cut. Right. How many people, how many inside sources, even big articles like Variety and all those people said, no, it's not happening. It's not, no way in hell. Right. And here we are, the day that we're most likely going to get a trailer for Zack Snyder's cut. Correct. Here we are. And all those people spent years, like at least 3 years, maybe 2.5, but at least 3 years talking shit, just wrong on every account, you know, just so many accounts. You know, Ben Affleck's never coming back. You know, Snyder Cut's not coming out. Snyder Cut doesn't exist. Blah, blah, blah. All this shit. And look how wrong they were, dog. You know, look how much time you spent writing these articles, these blogs, these Twitter wars, and you know, look how much time you wasted being wrong. That right there just says, man, I got to stop listening to these guys, you know? Exactly. Yeah, and that's why today is more of a celebration, man. I still I can't believe it's happening. It was such a floodgate approach with AT&T, which I absolutely love, because they were so quiet. Everyone was so quiet about this. And then as soon as they opened up that box, they just like let everything out.
Hell
They're just like, oh yeah, you're gonna get this, you're gonna get that. We're having DC Fandome and all. Just like, damn man, you got like this. Like I never thought in a million years that we'd be in this position.
Right.
What we are, and it's wonderful.
Hell yeah.
What do you think about the Snyder Cut? Would you like to see that released?
Oh yeah, I love it. That's more Ben Affleck, you know, more that he's supposed to be in that more. We got more Jared Leto, probably got more, you know, Will Smith, Deadshot. I definitely want to see more of that. Oh, David Ayer is the shit, bro. David Ayer is good, you know.
Yeah, Will Smith was such a highlight in that movie, man.
Yeah.
Because I rewatched that maybe a couple months ago, and it's funny because like when I rewatched it, I could see how choppy it was.
Mm-hmm.
And you know, from like I never realized it before, but when you rewatch it, you can see like it just goes too fast and it's too choppy. It's like it's missing a lot. It's missing a lot of connection.
Right.
But man, like Will Smith's Deadshot, I just love Will Smith, man. Anything he's in, like he just it's just his personality. But yeah, him as Deadshot, I think he killed it.
He did. You can see because I watch it a lot. I got the Blu-ray over there, but it does look. You ever notice it kind of looks chopped like a music video sometimes? You know, like it's all fast. You know, like music videos are real fast and repetitive, but that's how it did look chopped fast. But Will Smith, he just raised the level. When you're acting with somebody like that, everybody has to do that good, you know? So I know Jared Leto did it. You know, Margot Robbie probably can make it up there. But so I'm waiting to see the Snyder Cut, definitely.
Yeah. Amshi says, I know it's not DC, but I still want a Mortal Kombat trailer. Dude, I didn't even think about that. But if you've been watching the DC Fandome, like they've had those like teaser trailers that have come out this last week, whatever, and they're always putting like Mortal Kombat the game. They're putting footage on there. And there's not a panel, but I've heard that there was going to be like something Mortal Kombat was going to happen, and they have a movie that James Wan did. So, and you know, I think it's been done. Like they finished that like a long time ago. So, could you imagine like a Mortal Kombat trailer today? Like what the fuck? Like what?
It's Warner Brothers.
Come on, man. Like like, and I'm here. Like I've heard from certain people. Hey, here we are scooping. Well, I've heard from certain people that might happen is they might have like a Mortal Kombat there. I mean, you got if James Wan is going to be in the Aquaman panel, then I don't know. Maybe he'll show something or talk about it for a second. I don't know.
Right? Didn't what was it? Noob Saibot or somebody say something on Twitter the other day about something related to Batman? I saw something Mortal Kombat and Batman related. I don't know. So we might see something like that. But I thought I saw something on Twitter like that.
Yeah, I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
But you saw how they had that surprise panel that was taken away. Did you see that?
Yeah, what do they call that? The Jeff Johns panel?
Yeah, true. That's why they couldn't say anything. They had to say surprise so no one would be like, I ain't watching that. He pops up and they're like, okay, turn it off.
Turn that shit off. Restart computer. That should be hilarious.
But, you know, like what does that show you though? Like what does that tell you? Like as soon as that movie, like the Justice League came out, who went hiding? Joss Whedon and Jeff Johns. You haven't seen those guys haven't done an interview because they know. They know that you know they would just get obliterated and now it seems like they're slowly starting to creep out.
Right. What did somebody say they were investigating? What, John Berg and those guys? Yeah, so there's gonna be some more shit come out. We might get the PG-13 version as the fans, but maybe if Ray Fisher keep talking shit, man, you know, he's lighting the fire to a lot of this shit, you know. So it's like maybe if somebody else help him out, they might blow up. Yeah,
and it's crazy that Ray Fisher has been doing that because I mean I appreciate that so much from that guy because he doesn't care. Like you know, he keeps on talking about accountability over entertainment, and it's so true, man. Like, and I think that's one of the reasons that he hasn't really had. He's had people come to his side, but you know, the big time actors, you know, like a Ben Affleck or Henry Cavill, like they're not going to come out and say, you know, yeah, it was true because they're at the top and they don't want to get involved and all that stuff. But the fact that he just started out and he's pulling strings like that, it's crazy.
He's getting people investigated, you know. He's
I know.
This fucking shit is crazy. And those are some big dogs. Those like Jeff Johns is huge, you know. So to be honest, the movement kind of started this shit because after Zack Snyder and that situation happened with him, everybody was more like just like dumbfounded. But when we kind of woke up, the movement put heat on Jeff Johns, and then Ray Fisher kind of jumped off the top ropes with an elbow and helped us out. But we did it, we started that shit.
Yeah, no doubt. Now we got Prime up in here.
Hell yeah!
What's going on, Prime?
Hell yeah! What's up, dog? What's up, dog?
Good morning, rise and shine.
Hell yeah! Hell yeah!
Those lids open.
Prime, are you East Coast?
Be straight.
Huh? Yeah.
Prime, are you East Coast?
Yes, I am.
All right, cool, sweet. So it's early. It's early for us, but it could be worse.
Right.
I know Nicotina, the guy who set up all these streams. He I think with Justice Con, he was like streaming at like 3 a.m. I was like, and he streamed for like 7 hours, and you could tell the whole time he was so tired. He was just like,
"Hey, I mean, it is what it is." I'm like, "Hey, you did what you did. It didn't bother me."
If there's a day to get up a little early, it's today. So,
yeah. Yo, Prime, where you from, dog?
I'm from the land, fam.
Oh yeah, yeah. I'm damn South Carolina, so we're all the way down there. But that's all right. A lot of people from your area move down to Charleston. Everybody from fucking Ohio in this area, bro.
Man, I hear a lot of people move that
way.
Yeah.
We hold it down though. Some of y'all girls look good though. We appreciate it.
It is what it is, man. Hey, to each his own, to everybody where they want to go. Shoot.
Word. Happy to have you in here, dog.
Yeah, most definitely. The last person we're missing is Will. I sent him a link, but he wasn't quite sure if he was going to make, because I know he's got a lot of streams today too, and I think you two are going to be streaming as well. Yeah. So again, I appreciate you coming on here.
No problem.
Prime, what are you most excited for from today?
Pretty much, since before they had actually separated the dates and took some of the actual stuff off their panels for this actual day, I was more intrigued. Besides just the Snyder Cut material, seeing everybody on the panel, I was pretty much looking for. I'm really looking for the Suicide Game.
Yeah,
I was really looking for Superman Man of Tomorrow. I was really looking for that stream, but they moved that. I really want to see all the comic panels, the multiverse panel. So there's a lot of things pertaining to DC with everything that's all going to come into conjunction. But just for today, pretty much everything pertaining to the movies. I mean, it all depends on how everything is going to be presented. Because I know a lot of people, they're really going to be real picky. And I don't think they're really going to really shortchange everybody for each presentation, but I would just say I'm definitely looking for the Wonder Woman 84, the one that's starting it off. I want to see how they're going to. I want to see the Suicide Squad. I definitely want to see how James Gunn and his whole panel and his whole gang, how they're going to do it. I'm very, very intrigued to find out exactly who Idris Elba is going to play, because I was trying to figure it and wrap my thumb around on who he's actually playing. He's none of the actual prisoners. He's somebody else. So I'm trying to find out exactly who it is. I was trying to jog my brain, trying to find out, and I couldn't even think about it. And it's probably going to be somebody I overlooked, and it was so simple. Also, I would say, of course, the Snyder stuff. That's a given. And I would say, you know what? I would say the Batman presentation, the Matt Reeves. I would really say that. My only question is that see a lot of people with this and with everybody that's out there, they're going, oh, Ben Affleck is back now and all this stuff and blah. I'm like, ladies and gentlemen, people, you have to be chill, all right? It's just like the Nolan trilogy. They're doing their own thing. Ben Affleck is for this. He's doing that. If you're a Batman fan and you like Batman, look to find out to see what Matt Reeves is bringing to the table. The only question, like I said last night, it all depends on how Patterson is going to play the character, how he's going to portray it, how he's going to do the work, and how he's going to, get it in. I don't think Matt Reeves is going to let him slack off. Because you know what, I'm going to give Patterson a chance because for what I've seen from him and the things I've seen from Tenet, looks like he's going to do a good job by playing, playing his role, playing the Batman. So everybody got to just let it be. But I think it's going to be a very, very good day. It's going to be a very, very good day. I think the main thing out of everything was going to shock people when the Air Cut get announced. Because there's a lot of haters out there that talk about, well, it's not going to happen. I'm like, look, it's inevitable. They may not they're not going to release a date. They're going to announce it to let people know that it's coming. And I think it's going to be on Zach's panel. Because remember, they took the be announced panel off.
Yeah.
They took that off. And then what they did, they conjoined everything together and they expanded. Well, instead of them, it was supposed to be 15 minutes. Was it 15 minutes? No, maybe I'm tripping. It's
25
minutes for the Justice League panel. Okay, it's 25 minutes for the league panel. And I'm trying to remember which one. I have to go on the schedule and look at it. But something got extended. And they're going to announce it and conjoining on that. So again, we're gonna get that announced either way it goes. We just don't know which panel. I'm just speculating. My theory is that since it's if people can recall, Deborah had announced it that they're going to announce meaning Zach, her, they're going to announce who the director that they was going to be working with or her actual on her interview on Justice Con. So when she announced it cryptically, remember she said that we're going to announce something at DC Fandom from a director that we work with. The only 3 directors that they work with is Jenkins, Ayers, and Wan. So which one is simple? Well, it ain't Patty Jenkins because Wonder Woman is coming. It ain't James Wan because they're about to do Aquaman 2, and they haven't even done anything on Aquaman 2 yet. It's David Ayer, so it's the Air Cut. I mean, duh. So it's so obvious what it's going to be. So it is what it is. I'm ready.
Most definitely. Something I've been thinking about with the Batman and everything is, so as a director, when you direct a new Batman movie, there's been so many different interpretations of the character and everything. So as a director like Matt Reeves, what are you trying to do? You're trying to be different. You're not trying to be the same, right? So we've already, we've got this Christian Bale who was kind of dark, but then you get Ben Affleck who just takes it to another level and was just brutal and really pushed the lines to like rated R, if you will. So I think Matt Reeves, like whatever he's given us is going to be like a hard R. Like this, it's going to be a psychological thriller. And, they even compared it to the movie Seven. If anyone's seen the movie Seven, like that shit was dark. So yeah, it's going to, I think it's just going to be like hard R, like some crazy stuff's going to be going on. And it's going to be like, what, this is a Batman movie? Like what the hell?
If it's that case, if all the information that's been out there, even from actually Matt Reeves himself and all the puzzles that everybody been putting together, if he's really going to go into more of the psychological lore of Bruce Wayne's mind with his trauma, that's where you're going to see a lot of the real seriousness because of his mental status or why he acts the way that he acts.
Yeah.
Then, depending on the actual Rogues Gallery, because they're going to have a lot of members of the Rogues Gallery that's going to be in it.
Yeah.
Which way they're going to depict, especially from the I'm trying to think of the comic, the Halloween one. Don't mind me, it's morning, so all my comic knowledge is not popping. So it's the Night of the Halloween. Yeah, y'all know what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
That series and Court of Owls. So they're going to probably put a little bit of mixture, a little bit of both.
Is it Long Halloween?
Huh?
Is it Long Halloween?
Long Halloween, yes.
Thank you
very much, Cass. Thank you. Yes, Long Halloween, yes. So they're going to have that and probably some other elements that they can actually incorporate and mesh together. Just take those little elements and put it in. Like I said, people that know books, people that know comics like myself, they will actually pinpoint and pick that out. Because there's a lot of people that say they know Batman, but they don't know Bruce Wayne. You really got to go and read the books because there are a lot of books pertaining to Bruce that will freak you out because his mental status and his brain, the way he thinks, it's tripped out. Now, people think they know Bruce. You don't know Bruce. Bruce he's fucked up. He's fucked up.
Definitely.
He is definitely.
not to get off topic real quick, but I see a lot of people in here talking about the movie Tenet. Are you guys going to see that? Are you interested in that?
Oh, hell yeah.
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah. Me and my lady, we're going to go see it once, we get some time. We definitely going to go see it. I'm definitely see it in the theater. I don't see why people would be actually scared to actually go out to go see it. Go ahead and enjoy it, get the experience. Like I said, I tweeted out last night. I told everybody, hey, go watch the movie. Don't listen to these stupid ass critics, man. Don't do that. Go watch the movie for itself. It's Christopher Nolan. If you like brain fuck movies and you want to think, go see it. Don't listen to these critics and don't let them allow you to not go watch a movie. Go watch it. You know what I mean? And people going to be thinking, well, I don't want to be around people. Let's listen up, people. Let's do some common sense this morning. Let's open your brain. If you got a mask on, you ain't got to be 6 feet away from the person. Think about it. If you got a mask on, you ain't got to be 6 feet away from a person. Think about it. Why do you got to be 6 feet? If you didn't have to wear a mask, then I understand. Now you stand 6 feet away from somebody in this time. But if you got a mask on, what are you going to get from somebody if you got a mask on? So let's think common sense here. So hey, I'm going to the theater. I'm gonna take me and my lady. We're gonna go see it.
I mean, as far as like Tenet, like Christopher Nolan is my favorite director. Like Zack Snyder's like my second, but Christopher Nolan is my favorite because, like you said, man, when his movies, like you got to think, and you're not just enjoying it. Like you're enjoying it, but you're sitting back and you're going, man, like what's going on? Why is this like the whole movie you're thinking? I love movies like that. I think a lot of people do. So that's why I love everything he comes out with. And so yeah, I'm really looking forward to Tenet. And I got my tickets yesterday, which I haven't been in movie theaters in like months, so that's awesome. I'm excited to see. But something again, I try not to listen to the critics anymore because we know how that's all BS and they got their own agendas and everything. But the one theme that I keep on seeing with these critics when they're talking about this movie is how it's no good because it's not funny. I'm like, huh? When is that a critique? Like what? Like when has Christopher Nolan movies ever been funny?
Right.
Like
that's that Disney shit, man. That's the same thing,
and that's it's just I don't know. I'm like that's the critique. That's the one thing that's bad. It's not funny. He tries to be funny, but or maybe sometimes, but it's not funny. I'm just like, oh, okay. I guess I won't go watch it now. Like what?
I'ma still watch that shit though. That shit look good as hell, man. And I don't give a fuck. I would watch it even if they didn't make us wear a mask in the movie. I would go just like this to go watch it. I don't give a fuck. I mean I really like Christopher Nolan. The only I'm happy he got a black actor in there, a black star. But there was some shit he was doing like time travel or reverse time travel or something, dog. You really gotta pay attention to this shit. You really gotta pay attention to it.
Well, his movie Dunkirk, out of all of his movies, and I've seen everyone except I think his very first one, which was like an artsy project when he was in college or something like that. All of his movies, my least favorite was Dunkirk, right?
Definitely.
But I will tell you that even Dunkirk has that time because it follows 3 individuals, and those 3 individuals, if I had to read up on it because I was like, what is going on?
Right.
But you have to pay attention. So I was like, I'm really not into the whole war scene and movies and stuff like that. But still, I'm like, why, the time differential. But then you realize is that one person is like the whole movie is going throughout his like just one day. And the other person, it's going throughout like his like 1 hour or something like that. And then like the one dude, it's like going through like a week. And like they all meet at the same point. Yeah. So it's like, it's crazy. Like he always likes to mess with time. And that's
time,
why
right? I never even noticed that. I saw Dunkirk one time in the movie theaters, but I was thinking it was going to be something like real dramatic war type, like Saving Private Ryan or some just crazy shit. And I think it was a letdown. But they had that one scene where the airplanes bombing the beach. That was like my favorite part. That was my most memorable part. But for the most part, it wasn't. I didn't really get it. But now that you say that, it makes me want to watch it again.
Well, yeah. I mean, I didn't like see it for a long time. Like when it first came out, I didn't see it. But then I watched a YouTube video and this guy was explaining the time in the movie, and I was like, like I thought it was just a straightforward war movie. But then the guy's explaining how in the movie it follows 3 people, and like I said, one person it's an hour. The whole movie it's going throughout like an hour of his day. Then the other person it's a whole day. It's going throughout his whole day within the movie, and then the one guy it's like a whole week within the movie. And then at one point they all meet up. But yeah, like again, like his movies, even if they're bad, like Dunkirk wasn't even bad. It just wasn't my cup of tea. It just wasn't my thing. But even a movie like that, I'm still watching it, like paying attention, like why is this happening? What? So,
what was your favorite Nolan movie?
It's gonna have to be The Dark Knight. But I say that though, but then movies like Inception, Interstellar, a great, oh my god, The Prestige.
I was just about to say that. That's up there. I think Prestige is up there with me. I still haven't figured it out, and I've seen it like 100 times, but I love it. I love it though. You learn more and more every time you watch that shit. You know?
Yeah. And then more recently, I didn't see it for a while, but a bunch of my friends at work were saying, "Oh, you got to check it out. You got to check it out." Was Memento. Have you seen that?
No, I haven't seen that one yet.
Yeah. And that was like one of his very first movies. And again, he's messing with time. Like he started out from the gate, like he was messing with time.
Right.
So yeah, that's definitely a good one. You got to check that out. But yeah, sorry to get off the topic just a little bit. Kind of, Christopher Nolan. That's my boy. Yes, I'm excited for Tenet. Can't wait to watch it. Looks like Abu Nas, really appreciate your hoodie there, Mr. West.
Oh yeah, dog. Goes on sale tomorrow, Nas. So check out Go Deep tomorrow. I'm gonna interview Gio, and we're gonna drop our merchandise. We got a lot of this shit. Appreciate you letting me plug that shit, dog. Appreciate it, Nas.
No doubt.
Yeah, I like that.
Appreciate it, dog. And since I'm up to Ohio, homie.
I need my Zach crack. We're probably gonna get a bunch of it today.
Yeah, hopefully.
But
hopefully.
I don't know how you guys feel about this. Again, I think it's just the wording that Zach has been using. But a couple of days ago, Zach keeps on saying like my teaser. To me, a teaser is like 30 seconds. But then he comes out with these two teasers the last couple of days, which are both like 30 seconds. I'm like, no, he's dropping a full trailer. But then you got the dude from HBO Max, I think Jason Kilar or whatever, and he's saying like, oh, I can't wait. Like Zach knows how to tease a teaser. I'm like, dude, what is this? Like, I swear, man. If he drops like a 20-second spot on that panel, I'm gonna be so mad.
First off, people have to realize, all right. First of all, he's doing that to make people think. You have to remember, Zach is cryptic shit. That's just how it works. To make you think exactly what he's going to do. He's not putting no goddamn teaser on this goddamn panel, man. He's an actual trailer. And if I put it like this, and I'm putting it on a limb, all right. Now I might be a little bit exaggerated because I listen to everybody's theories and stuff on what the length of his trailer and length of it. He's gonna drop a trailer. Matter of fact, it's not gonna even be a trailer. It'll be like a DC Con type shit. It won't be an actual trailer. It'll be something that'll be long. He's gonna drop 3 minutes. It's gonna be 3 minutes long.
God damn.
Because you gotta remember, this is the big time. This is where you're gonna put everything out there and make that push. This is where a lot of information. You gotta remember, this is 25 minutes. So they're gonna be talking. He's gonna put something nice. He's gonna show some different stuff, and they're gonna put a lot of announcements. So it's going to be a lot of stuff they're going to blow our mind with on this 25-minute panel. You're not just going to come up on there on this event. This is the main thing. This is not a Justice Con. This ain't like Hall H where you only got 15 minutes to do what you got to do, where you got to cram it in. No, 25 whole minutes to themselves. He going to drop something nice. He going to show us some new stuff. We're going to get a lot of announcement. So that panel is going to be off the chain. And we're going to see people from the actual cast show up. And I believe it's my theory, but even my theory is like burning inside my chest, because the Matrix is there. It's telling me, Henry gonna be there, Ben is gonna be there, Gal there, Ezra Miller is there. They said Jason Momoa is not there. Jason Momoa just might so happen to pop the fuck up, and he's just gonna be there. All on that panel. Because you gotta remember, they're not gonna be in person.
Right.
Fisher gonna be there. Zach already said he was gonna be there. Just because he wasn't written down, he already cryptically said it when he put the tweet out.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So I mean, people have to. The actual picture out. He put it out there, so it's up for everybody to pick it up. All this stuff is written and layered out for everybody to put the pieces together. So you're not going to disappoint on this. So I'm like, I'm not worried about nothing. I'm not worried. I'm just ready. My gratification for all this is when all this stuff hits and all the haters and all these fools that's out there, I want to see their face. That's what I want to see. That's what, and it's amazing. It's amazing. Before I shut up, because I know you want to get to the next thing, but
take your time.
Because last night I was doing some editing and stuff like that. I was doing editing. I stayed up late. But I said, you know what? Let me go ahead and check on YouTube and check some stuff and check people's reactions to a lot of shit. You know what I'm saying? Needless to say, there's a lot of dumb people out there. I'm going to tell you. Dumb people out there. But there's a lot of other people that's out there that just didn't pick up on it. And that's crazy. It's a lot of people that didn't even pick up on it that he dropped this stuff out. If you're not really on Twitter, honestly, if you're not really on Twitter, you're not going to see it. You're not going to see this stuff. A lot of people really don't twin on their Twitter like that. You'll be amazed on how many people just don't have a Twitter and they just don't see it. So, hey, it's amazing. It's amazing. So we're going to see today.
Did you I know you guys saw that teaser he released yesterday, right?
Mm-hmm.
Dude, I still can't get that image of the Flash running out of my mind. Like that shit was just bonkers, man.
Yeah.
Like how he was like creating like I don't know, man. It was nuts. Like he was making a bridge and shit.
He was in the Speed Force, and I mean,
Speed Force.
I seen people talking about what is that? What is this? I'm like, oh, y'all that goddamn stupid, man. He's in the goddamn Speed Force, man. Either he's traveling through time or he's running through something at a particular speed. He's in the Speed Force. He's going somewhere.
Well, now, I gotta say something about that, right? Because if you watch the Justice League movie, right, there's a lot of scenes when you see Ezra Miller run, he looks fine, he looks normal, you know, arms are like this. There's a scene at the end where he's running and his arms are flailing like this, right?
And his legs are flailing.
And it looks so stupid, and like what he's running through with the city looks like it was like done on like a 2D like app from like fucking 1996 or whatever. Like it looks horrible, and I'm like, that was definitely Joss Whedon getting him to run like that, right? So then we get that teaser yesterday with the Flash running, and what is he doing? His arms are flailing, and that shit looks so hot. And I said, so Zack Snyder can take Ezra Miller running like a goofball and make it look cool. But I think what that confirms to me is that when he's just running normally, like when he's going after Henry Cavill, Man of Steel, at the like when Henry is like resurrected, and he runs towards him. He looks normal, looks fine. But I think when he hits the Speed Force, like that's when his body just starts doing crazy shit. Like he's just running at the ultimate speed where it's just that's why his arms are flailing. But again, like I think that just proved to me that no, that was Zach doing that. But still, like that shot just looked so amazing. It made it look cool, like because that's what Zach can do. Zach can take a floppy arm running Ezra Miller and just make it look groundbreaking. But yeah, like that shot, right? Like that blew my mind. I can't like this trailer. I can't wait to see it.
Yeah.
Well, I will say this because I'm going to drop a little video that I did. I'm going to drop it on Twitter so people can actually see the differences of what the Flash was. Now, if people don't know, that's why I put the actual poll up and I put the actual, and I'm going to do the video. But for the people that don't know, there are 4 characters that was in Justice League that were completely redone. Their arcs and their characters were completely redone from the actual movie. So whatever that Jeff Johns and John Byrne had want them to take out of Zach's original that they took and they had to actually reshoot it, they did it to all the characters. So everybody didn't know who it was. The only character that didn't do reshoots was Ray Fisher and Diana Gal Gadot. They weren't the only ones. The only one that Gal actually did that was actually a reshoot was the one that, when Flash fell on her. Everybody that did a reshoot was Ezra Miller, Ben Affleck, and Henry Cavill. So some of the stuff that was Henry Cavill, that was Zach's footage, was actually in there, but majority was reshoots. They took all the stuff out of there. So if this is why I stress everybody today, or every time that you get it after the panel, or if y'all decide y'all choose to watch that Justice League, just watch it. You don't have to enjoy it, whatever like that. Look at every scene and pinpoint all the stuff. You're going to see all the reshoots that does not add up. That's not Zach shit.
No.
So when you look at Ezra Miller when I put this tweet up, it's only going to be 2 minutes long. The footage that's there. Ezra Miller, the original Flash, was that he has a mustache. He has long hair. He's very serious. When they did the reshoots, they cut his hair. He has a clean face, and he's goofy. All that stuff is
Wait a second. You mean to tell me that he had longer hair in Zach's version?
Yes.
He had longer hair. In Suicide Squad, he had long hair, remember?
Yeah.
What?
I'm going to show y'all all the stuff because you got to remember when they when they started filming Justice League, they were filming Justice League and Suicide Squad at the same time.
Yeah.
That's why Flash was in Suicide Squad.
Yeah.
That little scene that Wonder Woman see him in the gas station or whatever, he got long hair.
Yeah, he had the
little scene. No, that's BVS.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, BVS. Right.
But he's talking about that look, though.
I'm talking about the scene when he captures Captain Boomerang, when he's robbing the bank.
Right.
He captured him, and he was like, oh, no trust among thieves.
Right.
Zach filmed that for Justice League, but he gave it to Air to put it in his movie. Okay,
so they're so close together, man. You gotta see the Air cut, dog. We gotta see that shit.
The Air cut is the pillar before Justice League. That's why I say they have to put this out because the Air cut is what goes right into Justice League. And a lot of people ain't gonna really understand that because there is so much stuff that leads going into it. So that's why I say people, matter of fact, I need to go ahead and tweet it down, and then people, they can actually take a look at it if they want. But you'll see the difference between Ezra. There's a screenshot that Zach had put up a long time ago. I don't know if it's still on his Vero or not, but there's a picture of him, of Ezra. You see him with his long hair on the set of Justice League. Okay?
Damn.
He has a little beard and a mustache. When you look at all the pictures with him, with Iris and all that stuff like that, that's further down the line when he cuts his hair. The beginning of the movie where you see, because with his long hair is going to be his backstory. So all this stuff is going to be serious with him. So we're going to see an actual story. That's why I say the theory to me, when Justice League starts, it's all going to be foundation of everybody's character. Because you got to remember, we got to do Kyle's resurrection. We got to do Ray Fisher and his story. You got to get Arthur and his story and where he stands. Because remember, Aquaman starts right after Justice League. It goes right into it. Yeah. Okay. Same thing with Flash. We don't know where that's going to end up at because all we know in Flash is that he just supposed to get something for his dad, but we don't know how Zach is going to carry it out, where it can lead into the Flash movie. And Batman, I have no idea. So we don't know where all this stuff is going to lead with the movie and how it all can pan off. But we know that Justice League is penning up for the second and the third one because we know how the first one is supposed to go and how it's supposed to end. But all the stuff that's in the middle, we don't know. But my theory is that I think we're going to get all the beginning of each character that's going to set everything up because we know for a fact that Superman comes back. I think Superman supposed to be back early in the movie. He's supposed to come early. That's what we know. And my theory is that I think that it's going to start out with Lois Lane and her perspective because it's going to start off from BVS because we know Zach is going to start everything from BVS. When he showed that clip, when he got resurrected, well, that was the way it was supposed to because Heroes Park was destroyed when they was fighting Doomsday. Because remember, Doomsday and Kyle was fighting in Heroes Park, and they actually destroyed it. Because remember, Doomsday picked up one of the pillars, crushed it on him. Then he took the other pillar, he threw it, whatever. He took the statue and then he balled it. He was there. All that stuff is destroyed in Heroes Park. So when he wakes up and you see that picture, he see his monument. You see the stones there. It's the 2 feet that was the statue. So everything is going to be pertaining on how it's carried out. That's the part that I'm really curious about, on how he puts all the stuff together before we get all the way until we get into the Steppenwolf, learn about the history of Darkseid and all that stuff. Because like I say, all that stuff leads up to that point. So, hey, all I can say is that people, y'all just got to look for what it's worth. Because like I said, the executives and Jeff Johns and John Berg, they messed that stuff all up. because it's all written through it. You can actually see it. Go rewatch it, and you will see they got some good points in it.
Yeah,
more bad than good. So take it for what it's worth. I just watched it to enjoy it. I didn't say it was just trash or whatever like that or whatever. I just enjoyed it. Like, you know what? Hey, they messed it up. They just took his stuff, trashed it. We didn't get what we wanted. We know it's not Zach's movie. I mean, God, you can just look at the damn thing. That ain't his movie. Bro,
the color grading.
I mean, the color grading, the stuff that goes on at the especially with the Wonder Woman, with the people in the building and the way that she dropped down and she started. Man, you can see the CGI. They redid that. That's not in Zach's movie. No. The way they did that CGI, and then when she said, and the guy said, "Who are you?" I'm a believer. I'm like, what?
So, but you saw that shot in the teaser when Wonder Woman drops, and in like one of the original trailers, she says, "Shall we?" And in the teaser, she didn't say a word. Nope. So, like Zach is like, nope. Like she's just straight face, like, all right, let's go. Like, let's not say this dumb
stuff
shit.
That is out that they took out, and we're going to see the actual real tone and the way that it's supposed to be. Yeah. And people, I'm gonna put it like this: people are not ready for this. They're not going to be ready for this because I'm gonna put the Justice League is going to set the table. It's going to set.
Hell yeah.
We're really going to get a real Justice League,
right?
Justice League live action experience.
Right.
We get no cheap shit. We getting real.
No.
Right.
This is Zack Snyder unhinged, man. Like this is just full control, which is so awesome because what you're seeing already from the original trailer, I guess the original trailer that Zach dropped, is it's already changing from what he originally did because that was still compromised.
Right.
So, yeah, like he's taken, like he said, man, he's taken out all the cheese and all the bologna, and it's just going to be straight meat, straight whatever he wanted. It's awesome to see. Like I can't wait. I mean, it's super excited. Do you guys think he's gonna have a release date today?
Yeah, I think so. I think he's gonna have a release date. I think he is. I think he's gonna put the release date out there and let us know exactly how he's going to how they're going to present it.
Yeah.
Either he's gonna do it as a movie or put it up in 2 movies, or he's just gonna do it as episodes. I think he's gonna do episodes. I think
something
episodes. It'll be
episodes makes the most sense. It makes the most money sense.
Yep.
As HBO Max. But yeah, no, I mean, I think what they're gonna do is they're gonna do episodes and then they're gonna release it as a movie. You know.
The theory that was out there and what was told from one of the actual producers, and this was actually put out a couple of months ago. I don't know if everybody actually seen it, but I can't remember the lady's name. But anyway, she said that they was thinking they was gonna put part of the movie for the first part to put it in theaters in May, so it'll drop in the actual summertime. The rest of it will be actually exclusively be on HBO Max.
Okay.
So if that's the case and they do it that way, because you got to remember, Zach wants that IMAX experience. That's why he's putting his frame in a 1:3:3 format.
Yeah.
So y'all look at all the actual frames of the actual pictures. Matter of fact, I'm about to put a lot of it in a minute. But if you see all the frames of the pictures and all their differentiations of how they're presented, I like the 1:3:3 frame. I don't like the actual cinema frame, the actual the widescreen, because it's taking out the dynamic of the top and the bottom. And I'm like, wow, because you're going to see a lot. There are scenes with Cyborg where you didn't see the mother box in that scene. You see some of the scenes where you see the full frame of where they're at from the top and the bottom. There's just a lot that was in his original, the way that he actually filmed it in the original. So he wants that IMAX experience for his film, but also is going to be presented. And people tripping about, well, it got to be this to fit the TV. Trust me, that 1:3:3 frame is going to be off the wall and off the hook. I don't care about the left and the right. I'm worried about in the middle that's in front of me. I ain't worried about that because you're going to get that full experience, as a whole. So, what's up, Seal?
So Sean O'Connell, he's doing the release of Snyder Cut book, and I'm pretty sure he said a while ago that he wanted his book to kind of like come out like really close to the release of Zach's movie or show, whatever you want to call it. Like, I don't know if before or after, but he wanted it to be like really close. So then the other day he just started the pre-orders for the book, and the book is coming out in February 15th, 2021. Now, he knows a lot that he can't talk about. And a lot of times I think he'll play dumb and say, oh, I don't know. And he's like, I know a lot of people have been asking me about a release date. And he's like, I don't know a release date. But whenever something big drops, he always drops an article right away on Cinema Blend. Like he knew it was coming.
Right.
So I think he knows a lot that he can't talk about. But yeah, he said that he wanted to come out very close. Now that gets me thinking. It gets me thinking about 2/14, February 14th, 2021. And he's releasing his book on the 15th of February. Again, he's saying that it has everything to do with the publication or whatever. That's when they wanted it out or something along those lines. But I'm like, I don't know. So I was thinking the movie would come out in May, but now I'm thinking maybe earlier. I mean, the earlier the better. I mean, I don't know. What do you guys think?
Shit, I would love it. February, that's still first quarter. I'll take that. First quarter of 2021. I love that shit. But whenever they give it, I'm cool with it. But first quarter of February, 2/14, be a good time to take your girl out on a date, won't it?
Yeah, right. Well, I think again, I don't know if they're going to do this, but I think something that they could do, again, if you put it into chapters, is possibly releasing that first chapter, like whether it's an hour or two, and releasing it early, like months before. So possibly in a February, and then you could be like, okay, we're going to release the rest of it in May, something like that. I don't know. Damn. Because then you could get subscribers to come to HBO Max earlier on. And I think, speaking of getting subscribers to HBO Max, I think what they should do is they should like drop some exclusive footage on HBO Max so people will subscribe now that haven't done already.
Yeah. What if the Air Cut comes out 2/14 and Zach comes out later?
I'd be fine with that. I'll be fine either way. I mean, I want the Air Cut too,
Right.
But
yeah,
from what,
HBO Max is not international yet, is it?
No.
Yeah, that's what they need to change, because look at their, like, we talk about stocks again. Look at their stock price. When Zach first announced it, AT&T was $31 a share, and now they're $29 a share. So they haven't done anything. Like, look at, what's that, Disney Plus, they're still in the hundreds. Look at Netflix, they're like $500 a share. So if HBO Max need to catch up with these guys, they need to go international, and they need to start putting some of this content out,
Well, HBO Max, they're making moves, and ever since they started, I mean, almost every month you're seeing they're trying to get involved in the new stuff. Xfinity, now they're with the Xfinity. I know a lot of people are frustrated because they're saying they can't, if you have a Roku TV or Amazon, you can't download the HBO Max app yet. But from what I'm hearing, that's because they want to put ads on HBO Max, and HBO is like, no, we don't want ads on there. But eventually they're going to have to comply, because HBO Max is a monster already, I feel like, and it's going to be even bigger. So if you're going to have a Zack Snyder Justice League on there, they're going to make it work. So by the time that comes out, it's going to be on Prime, it's going to be on Roku TV and everything. But I see them making moves internationally. I don't know if it's like Brazil or South America, but like they're slowly getting into those markets. But by the time, because as soon as this thing goes full-fledged international, it's going to blow up. Because I know like the Snyder Cut, a lot of DC fans are international. I mean, just right here, a bunch of people from India, all over the country.
Yeah.
I mean, all over the world. I mean, it's the fan base. The DC fan base is huge. It's all over. So as soon as they go international, it's going to blow up big time. And I think they know that.
I agree.
So
yeah, they can't botch it, because whatever the date for the release, if whatever date that Zach presents today for this release, yeah, they got to get have to really get on the ball to really get that stuff internationally, because like you said, is that the international market is going to be crazy, because right now a lot of people in the US, and it was so amazing, it's not even trending in the US all that big like that. It's overseas.
Yeah.
Everybody else. So they're gonna have to do their due diligence to get this going and make sure that they get everything in line, because if they don't, it's going to be a lot of problems. It's going to be a lot of pissed off people, because if it gets released in the US first on launch, yeah, that, and you don't want that. So they're going to have to get these negotiations in order, but they got plenty of time to do it.
Yeah, definitely. And I feel for my international friends because I want this to be available day one for everyone because I know they've been right there in the trenches with all of us. And I don't want to sit here and be like, oh, it doesn't matter because I live in the United States. I'm getting it. Don't worry. You know what I mean? No, like I feel for them as too. And when that comes out, if it's not, like you said, if it's not international, like that's going to be messed up because, again, these guys have been with us since day one. They've been in the trenches with us, so they deserve it as well. Everyone deserves it. And Zach knows it. Zach he knows he has a huge international following, and he knows that they're going to make it work. Let's just put it that way. I keep on reassuring everyone they're going to make it work. So, don't sweat it. By the time this movie comes out, it's going to be international, and they know it too. They know that they have a time frame, and they know when they need to make it happen because they want this thing to be as big as possible.
Right.
And hey, when that first chapter of that movie drops on HBO Max, it's going to crash, and I'm going to cry. But I mean, that's.
I don't think it's going to crash. What's going to happen is that because AT&T, I know they're going to be prepared for it. They already know it's going to be a big hit on that day. So they're going to put everything in order so everybody will be able to watch it. If you really, really think, it depends on what time they drop it. So let's say once negotiations and everything get done, depending on the time that they're going to drop it on one day, that's going to be the key. So the servers don't have an overload. They're going to have the servers are going to be good so they can hold that capacity. But let's just say hypothetically, let's just say they say what's going to come out tomorrow, and they automatically release it because you got to remember everything that releases has to be on New York time. It has to go Eastern time. So when you think about it, if it's going to be released, because you got to remember, if it releases 12 o'clock Eastern Standard Time, let's say midnight, and they release it at midnight at that time, and it's a go. It's daytime overseas.
Yeah.
It's daytime. It's it's 9 o'clock at night Pacific time. It's 10 o'clock Mountain, and it's 1 o'clock. It's 11 o'clock Central. So they're going to base everything off of Eastern Standard Time. Yeah. Now, if they base it off of Pacific time, then we're going to have something completely different. Which, you know what? No, that's wrong. I'm wrong. It's not off Eastern time. It's on Pacific.
Okay.
Because if it's 12 o'clock, it'll be 3 a.m. Eastern time. So it'll be daytime overseas early. So it'll drop at that time. So they're not going to be watching it that early, depending on the people that's going to be waiting for it if they really, if they're really anticipating it at that time. So if it drops 12 midnight Pacific time at that time, it's going to be Pacific time because they want everybody to get it at that particular time. If it's 12 a.m. midnight, or 12 a.m. midnight Pacific time, everybody gonna get it at that time. Everybody gonna get it because it will be 3 a.m. Eastern, 2 o'clock Mountain, 1 o'clock Central. 1 o'clock Central. That's what it'll be. And I'll be like, so that would make sense, So a lot. That'll make a lot of sense, but they'll have stuff together.
I hope it's not released at 12 a.m. Pacific time because that means it'll be 3 for me in the morning. And I haven't stayed. I've only stayed up for 24 hours once in my life, and it's hard for me. But
I'm
gonna have to do it.
I have to do it.
Oh yeah, definitely. And I'll be like, oh yeah, the movie's 5 hours long. I'll be like, what the fuck?
Take some mushrooms.
I don't know what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna be dead. I can't wait though, man. I mean, just the fact that we're at that point now where we're getting a trailer and possibly a release date and, maybe a new poster and everything. And like, what's left, man? What's left is to actually see the movie. We're already seeing footage now and you can hear that score. The music is just completely different. Again, it's so much darker than the shit that we got before and just so much more emotion behind it. And, here we are, man. I mean, it's crazy to think that this day is happening, that we're here.
Right. And you see like a lot of Hollywood guys say this way sooner than expected, Tyler,
definitely.
Cold brew again. Beer make you go to sleep, man. We can't stay up all night drinking beer.
No, he's not talking about that.
Oh,
I get these you ever hear of those like cold brew coffees?
Oh yeah, okay.
Yeah, well, I usually don't mess with those because I don't like black. Like it's usually just black coffee. I don't like black coffee. But one day I went to the store, and I usually get these the Starbucks whatever frappuccinos, whatever. I usually get those sometimes for work just to give me a little jolt of energy here or there. And the one day they didn't have them, so they had these cold brews, these Starbucks cold brews, small little guys too. Right. And I was like, oh, I'll take it because it was going to be a rough day and I needed some energy. So I was like, I'll buy one of these. So I did, and I took that shit, and like my whole day, man, I was just like jittery as hell, and like I was just like going like 100 miles an hour, like I couldn't, like I was just so wired, man. And I think I looked up like a typical cup of coffee has like, I don't know, like 50 milligrams or something of caffeine, and a cold brew's got 250. And I was like, oh shit.
Damn. So, yeah. Just like those 5-hour energy shits, right? They got a lot of,
I got to a point where they weren't even working for me. Like when I first started taking them back in the day, like they would kick in nice, but then I took them so much like it didn't even work.
Damn. Fuck that.
But no, I got off of all that stuff completely. Energy drinks, I used to drink all that stuff. No, I don't like. I just drink maybe a cup or two of coffee a week. That's it.
That's a good thing you did, because those things is bad for you, bro.
I know.
What they do is that they're gonna give you that boost that you're gonna be drained.
Most definitely. Because I was getting to a point with the energy drinks where I would take them, and then like when I was like off of them, like I would just be like more tired than I was before. Like I was just crashing hard.
Right.
And eventually it was getting to a point where it had like a negative effect on me where it wasn't even working. Like I would drink it and I would just get more tired.
Right.
I was just like, I can't mess with this anymore.
Right. That got to be a part of their formula though, to make you more tired. So you just go buy more, you know? So it got to be like that, you know? It's like, oh, I feel like shit. I'm going to go buy some more of that shit, you know?
We got Dr. Fate said Prime probably drank some pre-workout.
Nah, man, I just got some sleep, man. I got some sleep, and then after this, I'm gonna eat me a little breakfast.
There you go, dude. To be honest, I couldn't even sleep. Like I felt like it was Christmas. Like that never happens to me, man. Like
I got like 4 hours of sleep. So I didn't need that much sleep, because you know what I mean. I'm already hyped up and pumped up for the day, so I'm not even worried. But I think once the day is over, you know what I mean. I ain't got to work tomorrow. I'm gonna crash. I'm gonna sleep. Matter of fact, we're gonna be so late. I'm probably not, because everybody gonna be talking about everything. It's gonna be so much stuff. It's like he said. It's gonna be like Christmas. We just gonna be like kids. We're not. Gonna eat. It's not gonna hit us until it's time, and then it's Sunday. And everybody's still gonna be on that high. So still, it's just the way that it is. But hey, I'm ready. Everybody yet. It's early. I think once it's creeping up to 1 o'clock.
Yeah.
It's gonna creep.
Shit, I feel I'm different. My merchandise drops Sunday, y'all boys, so I can't sleep over this shit, bro.
Yeah, there's no doubt.
I appreciate it.
But like something with me, I know that I get like really attached to stuff, and throughout my whole life is like baseball was my dream, and that's what I did 24/7. Like that's what I love to do. That's what I like to do, and that's what I did in college. And then after college, I didn't get drafted, so nothing happened. So it's like, after that, I was kind of lost. I was like, what the hell, what do I do here? So then I got attached to like making t-shirts and stuff. I tried to start my own t-shirt company. And then eventually I realized that I just like designing. I don't like selling. So then I kind of just stopped doing that. And then for a little bit, I was kind of like, in limbo again, like what, because like I said, I attach myself to stuff and I get really involved. And then this whole Snyder Cut thing happened. And then that's when I just like went really hard with like I've got so attached to this movement and everything that it stands for. And that's why it's such a special thing for me. It's such a special day for me. And because at this time in my life, like I know a lot of people are like, man, you're crazy. Like why? Like it's just a movie. It's not, but it's like, no, man, it's like, it's more than that. It's more than a movie.
Right.
Fighting for what happened in Zach's life, the tragedy of his daughter, and what they took away from this man. And the movie is just like the icing on the cake, Right. It just the whole situation was just it was horrible. And again, like that's why it was like Christmas for me, because I remember seeing the first teaser that they dropped with Wonder Woman and Darkseid, and I got goosebumps, man. And I told everyone, I said, yeah, it was such a basic teaser to a lot of people. They were like, oh, it's just Wonder Woman sitting there in a little clip of Darkseid and that you could barely see. And I'm like, yeah, it was a very typical teaser, if you will. But to me, it was like, damn, like we worked so hard for this, And there it is, like
Right.
the first official footage. Like, damn, like that hit so hard. It was like we won, and here it is.
Right.
And again, today is just another day where it's like we're getting more of that. We're getting a trailer. We're getting, possibly release date. Others, it's just it's awesome.
It is awesome, and it's more like. There's this one of my homeboys. He was like, "Yo, Batman and Superman, they're like imaginary characters and shit like that." But it's not about Batman and Superman really. They just happen to be the characters that Zach was using at the time. But all these actors. If we see the Ayer cut, we're probably going to see more Jared Leto, which means Jared Leto is probably going to have a new sprout in his career. Ben Affleck's going to have a new sprout in his career. It's all going to blow up from what we did as fans. So it's more than just, this is like some real people shit, like Ben Affleck is a real person. Zack Snyder, Ray Fisher, all these guys, they're real people. But just like what you said, you were in limbo. I was in limbo. I'm pretty sure a lot of people were in limbo, and when they found this community, like you say, you did t-shirt designing and shit like that. Maybe one day me and you can build on something and more than what we build on our podcast with, or more than what we build on these YouTube videos with. So I don't think we even know actually what happened yet. We're going to see that in 20 years of actually what we did, because also Zack Snyder's movies is connected to a lot of shit, like politically or a lot of little occult shit in there, and a lot of, they made him take the Nazi shit out, and then they inserted some more Russian. So that all that is behind the scenes shit with Germans and shit like that. So what we find out, and if you look at it, this Nexium scandal unfolding with Allison Mack, that was all Warner Brothers. That was all, shit like that. So then you look at Zack Snyder putting in human trafficking in a movie and branding in a movie. All of that shit is like, damn, they probably looked at it like, damn, man, we can't, knowing what's going on behind the scenes, we can't put the shit out. So then when the fans made it come out, and now we're going to see exactly what Zach is trying to show us, it's going to, I don't even think we know exactly what we did yet. It's that big, it's going to be huge. It's really, we're like the Snyder Cut movement is a small microcosm of real life, right? But we are like historical small microcosm of real life. We're like biblical dudes in the small microcosm of real life. We just don't know that yet. We're just sitting here making videos and shit. But this shit about to blow up, and this little hat that you're wearing and this Zack Snyder shit and all that shit, man, it's about to be monumental. It's about to be, I think it's going to be more than monumental. I think it's going to be like epic,
Yeah, most definitely. And I'm happy you said that, because what happened with this movement, it changed the industry.
Mm-hmm.
Everything changed. And all these directors, they know it, because again, once they saw that Zach's movie is getting released, now they're all like, no, I want my movie released, because they all know that they were screwed in the process as well.
Right.
Now they're like, and I think that's something that we've been fighting for too, is all artistic integrity. That's the big thing, is like, listen, man, it's just like with a job. You want to hire someone to do the job, and you lay out the plan, and you get an idea, and you say, okay, this is the movie we're gonna make. This is the script. Okay, this is how I want to do it. Okay, go make your movie. I paid you to make that movie. Go do your thing.
Right.
Okay, do your thing. That's why I paid you to do it. Don't let me step in and go, no, change that up. Do this. Do that. No, I don't like that. Take that out. Dude, you're not a director. Let him do his thing. And guess what? When that movie comes out and you don't like it, as you being above that person, then you go, okay, well, I don't like that movie, so we're going to fire you and get someone else to do the next one or whatever. We're never going to work with you again.
Right. But let them do it.
Yes, that's what we're fighting for. Yeah, exactly. Like, come out with a plan and say, this is the movie, again, like the script, because I know you got to work with that process and everything. You can't just say, just do your own thing, whatever, that's fine. Don't even tell us about it. No, come up with a plan and be like, very simple. This is how the movie is going to be laid out according to him. Agree to that, and then let him direct it. Right. And let him go off of that and do his thing. Right. Don't go in there. Don't ruin anything, because they've been doing that. And it's funny because I used to listen, well, sometimes I still do, but I listen to the Joe Rogan podcast a lot. And he had Rob Zombie on there. And I don't know if you guys are familiar with Rob Zombie, but anyway, he directs movies as well. And this I watched this maybe a year ago, and it really pertains to what's been happening with the Snyder Cut and Zack Snyder and everything. And a lot of his movies are low budget, not really high production movies. Right. And so he makes a lot of those movies, and they were talking to, or Joe was talking to him about the Halloween movie, which was a big production, big deal movie that he did. Like, that was the biggest one he's done in his career. And he said, you know what, Joe? He said, I'll never do one of those movies again. And he said, why? He said, because I had so many people in my ear. I had guys, executives from the top telling me, oh, put this in there, take this out, do this. I don't like this, blah, blah, blah. He's like, I was getting phone calls on set 24/7. He said It was the most annoying thing ever. He said, I'll never do it again because I had no creative freedom at all. Yep. Everything I was doing was being questioned. He said it was horrible. And that got me thinking. Same thing with Zach. You're talking about a movie with this type of budget, a Justice League, one of the biggest IPs of all, of the industry. Right. And those guys were in his ear, like you said, 24, like they were in his ear, and you can see with what happened.
Right, definitely.
And to piggyback off of that, good thing you brought that up, because a lot of people don't understand the actual the magnitude of what actually happened with that. People have to remember, if y'all know the actual, for the people that's out there that do not know the timeline, I think pretty much everybody, either they know the timeline or they just don't recollect it. So if y'all don't know the timeline of what actually happened with Zach is that everything that he did.
That's what's up, man.
That's little man.
Gonna be a baseball player?
Oh yeah. Can you say hi? If you look at the camera.
Look up here.
If you look in the camera.
That's what's up, though.
Oh yeah, sorry to interrupt. He just came upstairs for a second.
Oh no.
It's all good. It's all good.
The kids. The kids welcome.
Yeah, most definitely.
But for the people that don't know, I just like to understand that all this turmoil with Zach, it all started with Man of Steel. All started with Man of Steel. That's why you see all the problems add down and trickle down. Man of Steel, nothing happened to it. The movie came out, it was ended. BBS came out. You got to remember, the script and everything was already done. The executives, they mandated, they gave 2 hours and a half. So they got that 30 minutes. The movie was already done. You saw what actually happened when they took the 30 minutes out, because they wanted to have more showings in the theaters. The movie was done, but they decided they wanted to have it mandated to have that 30 minutes out. But then you put it back in, you see everybody's watching the real version of the movie. Now they're seeing it. They're like, why didn't they put this in the theaters? Why didn't they just put this in the theater?
Yep.
That because of even though BBS made the money, it was the critical reaction from the people, and the executives went with the reaction instead of the actual money, because they were so arrogant and just, how should I say, just dumb. They were just being dumb because they wanted it to be $1 billion. Well, you was close to it. If you would have put the movie that was supposed to be intended,
exactly
$1 billion.
Yep.
The gross was, they made a great profit off of it. Then after that, Jeff Johns was already in their ear. So with that being said, that's why he interfered in Suicide Squad. If Suicide Squad didn't get the profit that it got, Jeff Johns would not have took control of Justice League. And when they started doing that, it was already written, it was already done. They started doing stuff behind his back. John Berg, Jeff Johns went behind the back. They got Josh Whedon. They did all that stuff. Zach said, I'm getting tired of these people all in my ear. He just got up and walked the fuck out. They covered it up with his daughter's death. That's what happened. This is the situation that we're in. So understand what actually happened. Not going to just jump up from a project if it's not something really bothering him. We understand with his daughter, we already had that. He wanted to get the movie done and get out the way before he did anything else. They was bothering him so much, he got the fuck up and just said, fuck it, I'm done. I'm not dealing with this no more. And he just out. He didn't want to do it no more. So because of all this stuff, Johns, the executives, and what they wanted to do. Shoot, I'll be pissed off too. You keep on telling me to chop my movie down and take this out. You know what I'm saying? Doing all this stuff. No, when Tachihara told him he wanted it to be 2 hours, I'll be pissed off too. I'll be pissed off too.
Yep.
movie is already done, and you want me to chop it down to 2 hours and then take all this? Nah, nope.
Mhm.
And then they decided not to put the movie on hold. They wanted to get their bonuses. They put the movie out anyway.
Yep.
Mhm.
They wanted to get bonuses, and then look what happened.
Yep.
So all this stuff is I'm kind of glad that when you look back at it after everything is all said and done, it was meant to be like this.
Yep.
It was meant to be like this. Now the DCEU is back on balance, and it ain't gonna be no interference. They're not gonna have no executive interference. Zach do what he got to do. Everybody's gonna get all the stuff that they want, and all this stuff is gonna come into fruition. Everything, the balance is gonna be restored. Boom.
It's back and better.
Yes.
Like I keep on saying, like the stuff that we're getting more than we ever expected. And it's like today again just proves it. I'm going to keep on saying it. Today just proves it. I mean, just look at DC Fandome. DC Fandome would have never been a thing unless you release the Snyder Cut. That's why I love the fact that AT&T has complete control over WB now, because it's just like AT&T's like, what the hell were you guys doing? Like, what?
Right.
Like you were sitting on this, and now we're like, no, we're gonna release it because we need money. You mean to tell me you have a Justice League movie that's pretty much done, sitting on the table, and you were just like, no, we're not gonna mess with that.
Right.
But the fact that like they took Zach's movie and they butchered it this bad, and we can already see from three little teasers that were better than that movie already. And I'm looking at that, and I'm like, they decided to take out Darkseid. They decided to take out Cyborg's backstory. They decided to take out the Atom, like the list, the side. The list just goes the proper Steppenwolf, the OG step, like just stuff like that. Like what?
Think about this. Think about this. Like it was probably corporate espionage. Think about Disney and their ties to the Asian market and China. Think about Suicide Squad not even being allowed to show in China. You know, think about how much money Suicide Squad would have had if it was in China. AT&T came in with $81 billion and told Warner Brothers, okay, we can protect you from Disney because you are probably involved in corporate or espionage, because getting Zack Snyder out of the way only allowed Marvel movies to make more money. So it was probably bigger than we think, you know?
Yeah, it's a good thing you said that, because with that, when you look back at it, it's like people need to understand this. It's like, before I get to my point, I want to say this, is that the general and casual audience and people now, they are conditioned. They are so conditioned by Disney's way. It ain't Marvel. That's Disney's way. People realizes that Disney's motto is this. They make movies for 13-year-olds and below.
Hell yeah.
Is what they make. 13-year-olds below in China. I'm sorry, I forgot. That's what they make their movies for. So you look at that and the way that they construct their movies, all their movies are made the same like that.
Right.
And people are so brainwashed, they don't understand is that it's just like Nintendo. With me being in the gaming industry, I know Nintendo has been the same for years. Yeah, they're gonna have their exclusives, they're gonna do their thing, they're gonna do what they do, of course. But now Nintendo, with new management and new leadership, they know they want that money.
Right.
So expanding now. That's why they're doing third parties now. That's why they're going to do a little bit more mature stuff and put it on their platforms, and what they never did before. They want that money, they want that profit, because because Nintendo has always been based on family and children. I'm not saying that's a bad thing, but if you want to get more of that money and you want to expand, you got to expand. Disney, they're never going to do that. They already got their motto. They're not going to do that what Nintendo did. They're just going to stick to what they know because they're making billions of dollars. So they're going to keep on doing. That's why I tell people, when it comes down to these movies, you're never going to get that Logan you got. You ain't gonna never see that again. No. If you want an edgy Spider-Man and you want something real, you ain't gonna get it. You're not gonna get it until Sony takes it back fully and they decide to get off whatever, because Sony is only giving them Spider-Man because they want to cut. That's the only reason why they want, because they don't know what the hell they're doing with the property. They don't know what they're doing, but they have the property, they own it, which is which is ironic, is Marvel's biggest character. Go figure. So you have to look at it like that. So Disney, what they do with Warner Brothers, it was just the executives and what they were actually doing and putting out there. They were more focused on and trying to please the critics instead of just trying to look at their fan base. They were worried about critics' reviews instead of their fan base, which is totally wrong. You're making a profit and you're building up something. People fail to realize the first 6 DCEU movies were more profitable than the first Marvel movies.
Yeah, it was gonna be like that. It was fucking. If they would stick to the script, it would be no Marvel, guys. Nobody would give a fuck what Avengers is doing when Zack Snyder is doing his thing. So it was more corporate. It was bigger than all this shit because even still with Tenet, they're talking shit about Homeboy's not humorous. That's only Disney saying that. Who cares if he's humorous? Disney's the only guys that want humor. So the same thing they did with BVS. Oh, it's not funny. It's not light. It's the same thing they're doing with Tenet because it's Disney who don't like Warner Brothers. But now AT&T can make Warner Brothers a little bit more stronger, you know, because it's the streaming shit now. So now everybody, remember at the same time, 2016, with all this BVS shit, everyone was trying to buy all these companies for streaming. So now we're in the stream, and now Warner Brothers has the best characters. They got fucking Superman, Batman, Wonder Woman, all of this shit like that. So now imagine just unlimited streams of Batman shows. You know, they're gonna trump everybody. Imagine unlimited Justice League streams of Zack Snyder shit. There's nobody that can keep up with that. So Disney had to get them before it started. We are the guys that came in and showed AT&T there's a market to get them back, you know, and that's all that happened. So Disney wanted to get Zack Snyder out of the way before the Dream Team actually showed up to play basketball, you know?
Yep.
And some people that's in the chat, I really shouldn't be listening to people in the chat. Some people, people are saying that Patty is a traitor. No, she's not a traitor. Stop trying to listen to all these other outlets or whatever like that. Patty Jenkins is one of the people that's on board for all this. You got to remember, she's part of all this turmoil and craziness as well. If you want to get technical or whatever, all right. The only reason why Wonder Woman 84 is the way that it is, even though Zach is a producer, people fail to forget Jeff Johns still has a writer credit. He's still under contract under those line of movies. So Jeff Johns still has a part in it. So whatever that Jeff Johns is in, he still had a major part in writing of the script. He's a producer on it. So he has a writer's credit. Okay. I guarantee you that that Prime, no.
Hey, Prime, that must be your side chick or something. Most people I know don't like that chick.
I look at everything. That's why I say people have to get all their information and look for what it's worth. You have to look at business and everything, and then you draw your conclusions. Patty is a victim of circumstance. So people need to understand and realize is that she's going to have to do what she has to do, because you got to remember, people don't know when Wonder Woman came out, Jeff Johns wasn't part of that. Don't y'all know that Jeff Johns and John Byrne was going to take one of the most iconic scenes and they didn't want to have it in a movie?
Right.
It was the scene where she's going across the war field and she's
right. Yeah, no man's land scene.
No man's land. They wanted that out. So when they actually took Jeff Johns from his position and they took him out, when they demoted Jeff Johns and they took him out, Patty Jenkins wanted that scene in the movie. That's why it's in it. Mm-hmm. That part was going to get taken out the movie. So y'all think in the back of your head and your minds is like, wow, yes, look it up. It's out there.
Yeah.
Look it up.
Check this out though. Check this out. Isn't Patty gonna be out of here after the third movie she's on?
Now, the third movie, we're going to find out exactly what it is. Now, my theory is that when she make the third one, because she doesn't really like to have other characters in her films, all like that. She really likes to keep it one, but you have to remember that third movie, you can't do no backstory. You got to remember the first one is Justice League telling Wonder Woman's story to introduce her. The second, that's an adventure after Chris, what? God damn it, my brain is still. Steve Trevor,
right?
Trevor, and just getting an adventure at that time frame. The third movie has to be in the present. So what you're going to do with the present, you're going to have to do something in the present. So she has to be involved with somebody of the Justice League. She's going to have to, because everything's present now.
Let me ask you this though. What are they going to do? Like, so we get the Snyder Cut. You get Wonder Woman cutting off homie's head, right? So then you get the Patty version of Wonder Woman who don't have a knife or a shield. It's kind of like the Disney version of Wonder Woman. So could Zach do Wonder Woman better than Patty?
Yeah, because he's actually doing the comic Wonder Woman. Patty is doing the version that was back in the 70s.
Yeah.
That's what they're doing. You gotta remember, like I just said, I just gave y'all the key. Jeff Johns has a writer's credit. So Jeff Johns still has part of this. Jeff Johns is still part of this. So once this movie is done, there's no more Jeff Johns. There's no more Jeff Johns. So you have to go back and look at everything. When y'all go back and y'all look at Wonder Woman, the first Wonder Woman, she had the shield. She had the sword. They had to introduce it, what it was for, because it's introducing everything. Even that's why I said it had to do something with the actual corporate and what they was doing, because this movie was already written. It was already done. All right. So all they had to do was do it. After when they was making a movie, this is where all these changes and stuff started happening. When they was making a movie. So you have to look at it for what it's worth as a whole. With Jeff Johns being part of that, and this is why I say people think how can I put this? Jeff Johns is a good comic book writer. He has been Jeff Johns has been influenced by his buddy, Kevin Feige. People forget they're best friends. He's trying to get that money. So he's trying to do the money train of trying to get general and casual audience to be light-hearted. That's what he's doing. Because he knows a lot of people don't read books. They're going to watch movies. Basically, pretty much saying is that let's make it lighthearted. Let's make it colorful. There's a lot of dumbass people. So let's make a movie for the dumb people, the ones that don't have a brain. That's what those type of movies are. I mean, people get offended when you say that, but it's true though. Why you think they make these low budget movies? Because they know a lot of people are stupid. They cannot fathom and gravitate to brain fuck movies. They can't gravitate to movies that make you think. They don't want to think. People want to go into a movie, the average audience, they want to go in and turn their brain off and be like, oh, the lights, the colors. That's what they want to do when they go to the theater. They don't want to sit there and think.
Yep.
They don't want to put puzzles and stuff together. That's not what they want to do. So what gravitates to people so they can make money? No, I'm into the art, into aspect of it. When you do the art, people will respect it. And that's how it's supposed to be. If you're making a comedy, specify that as a comedy so people know what they're getting themselves into so they can laugh. If you're going to make an adventure, make an adventure. If you got a movie that's going to have all elements, comedy, love, kitty shit, you got some seriousness. If you got a movie like that, cool. You got to remember, you'll be amazed at what people want. A lot of people like us, we like action. You got people that don't like a lot of action. They just don't. The action can be great to us, but a lot of people don't like action. You be looking at them like, what the hell is you looking at? That's wrong. Like for example, people was complaining about Man of Steel. They was like, well, it was too much action in Man of Steel. What? What you watching? What?
That shit was bananas, man.
You know what I mean? What do you want? I mean, that's the best depiction of Superman that we ever got straight from a book. I'm like, what the hell? So it is what it is. So, I mean, people, that's what they do. So now we're going to get into this now where you're going to get movies for each genre of people and they can enjoy it. You don't have to just have one movie just to cater to everybody. If you like real serious movies, they're going to give it to you. If you like them stupid, cringy, kitty, whatever type of movies, that's for you. You got an audience for every single genre that you want, and that's just the way it is. That's just like Shazam. It was kitty. I'm gonna guarantee it's gonna be serious in the second one.
Yo, Prime.
In the second
no doubt.
Prime, they said in the chat room, they said you and Jody need to fight for Patty's attention.
Joe, I'm put like this. I don't get into that stuff with these little content. And I tried to reach out to Jody one time. Jody don't want that heat, man. He don't want to have people that know what's going on because he'll get caught out. You know what I mean? He ain't gonna want to talk to me. He proclaimed that he a Superman fan. Dude, I am a DC fan. You're not no Superman fan. You don't know nothing about Superman. If you don't read books, you're not a Superman fan. All you know is cartoons, Super Friends, and Christopher Reeve. That's all you know. You don't know nothing about Superman. You don't.
You know about that weak shit.
He don't want that smoke. He don't want it. He don't want it. I'll make him look stupid on his own panel.
I want to go back to the whole critic thing real quick. I'm happy you brought that up. Shazam and Birds of Prey, right?
Yep.
So Justice League, the whole thing with Justice League is, they were trying to get Zack out because, again, they wanted Joss Whedon to come in and they wanted a movie that critics would enjoy. So then after that, you had, was it Aquaman, right? Was that the first one after Justice League? Yeah, Aquaman comes out, makes $1 billion. Critically, it did okay. It was like 60%. But they were shifting what they were trying to do. They were trying to make low budget films, but they were trying to make the critics more happy. So then you get Shazam. What did Shazam do? It was like they killed it with the critics. Like they loved it, but it made no money. Then they give you Birds of Prey. Same thing. The critics loved it, but it made no money. So what does that show you? And again, going back to the whole idea where Zack made them money. Zack never lost money. If you take, and I did this in one of my videos a long time ago, if you take the first 5 or 6 DC movies compared to the first 5 or 6 Marvel movies, DC had them beat by like $700 million.
Yep.
And again, you take the BVS and you release the Ultimate Edition, that movie's going to make $1 billion because a bunch of people that I've heard online, they said, why would I go watch the movie when I knew they were going to release the Ultimate Edition? That was the mistake that they made, is they said that they were going to release a longer version later on, or maybe on the DVD or whatever. So a lot of people, they didn't even waste their time even going to the movie theaters or going back because they're like, okay, I saw that version. Now I'm just going to wait for the full version to come out and I'll watch that. So again, another mistake that they made, but still, my point is they were never listening to the fans. Now they got themselves in trouble, and now, well, I'm not even going to say Warner Brothers because AT&T stepped in, but now, like,
let's say Warner Brothers before AT&T bought them.
Yeah.
Before AT&T stepped in, it was all Warner Brothers and the former executives that was on the actual board.
Yeah. But now they see, like, now we should probably follow, like, we should give the fans what they want. There's this outcry for this Snyder Cut movie, which again is such an easy win for them because the movie's already done, and it got to a point where Zack wanted to add additional photography to it. So they're like, hell yeah, we'll give you millions of dollars to do whatever because this thing is huge. And this movie is so monumental because what people, and I've said this as well, when this movie releases on HBO Max, this is going to be like the biggest movie ever to release on a streaming service. I agree. And again, I always hate to compare and always go to Marvel, but just imagine like an Endgame being released on a Disney Plus. Like, this is going to change the game because when they release this movie, and this movie does very, very well for HBO Max with subscriptions and all the people watching it, like I said, it's going to be bananas. It's going to be the most watched movie so far on streaming. No doubt. Right. When that happens, that's changing the game big time because then you're going to see less movies going to the movie theaters and more movies coming to streaming because that's going to show them that, okay, now we can release these big movies on streaming.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's changing the game.
Yeah, the whole game is definitely changed. Definitely. Yeah. You can see it in AT&T now. I mean, even their budget. I mean, their movies look a little bit better. I mean, not AT&T, Netflix. I'm sorry, Netflix. Yeah. Their Netflix. Remember how it was kind of looking cheesy, and then you got the one David Ayer and Will Smith, and it kind of stepped the level up, and then Bird Box maybe a little bit more, and now Zack Snyder got it. So I think streaming. I think big shit is going to streaming definitely. You know.
Well, have you seen Project Power?
Yeah. I saw that the other day.
Well, real quickly, I saw that the other day, and again, Netflix, they're almost at that point where they're making good movies. But I'll give like Project Power. Literally, I like that movie because of the concept alone. That kept me going. Mm-hmm. But the reason I bring that up real quick is because of the visuals. If you watch that movie, the damn visuals, I don't know what their budget was.
It shit looked good.
Those visuals, they were top notch. They weren't like you said, where Netflix used to be. They were high quality,
Right.
like Zack Snyder-esque
Hell yeah.
visuals.
Yo, a lot of that shit looks like they was trying to copy Zack Snyder, trying to look like Zack Snyder with a little bit of the slow motion. And, I saw a lot of Zack Snyder. I think I see a lot of Zack Snyder in every movie now, because they see this big fan base that he made. So now everybody's like, damn, do something like Zack does,
Zack Crack.
Zack Crack. Damn right. Comes out tomorrow, guys.
I won't say that they're trying to copy Zach. Is that they're just putting out good content, and they got enough for them to go ahead and just make great movies. And they're getting the people. They're just getting the actual, the special effects guys, the writers, the people to go ahead, because they're getting big name actors to go ahead and do it. And streaming is the place right now. They didn't put so many great movies on their platform, especially exclusive stuff that's on Netflix. Netflix is just putting stuff out there to let people know, look, we are the pioneers of this, so we're going to still run this ship. And that's exactly what they're doing. And like I tell everybody, if it comes down to, like I say, with these streaming services, the only two that's going to run the ship is Netflix and HBO Max. They are the only two that's going to be running the ship. Disney third. Do not let Disney's name fool you, because Disney has limitations. HBO Max and Netflix don't.
Nope.
I think Apple has one coming too, a streaming service.
Apple, the problem with Apple is that this is the problem. It's a deal that's going on right now. It's just with the games on it, but some of the stuff that's going on. Apple with their network, because iOS and the way they handle their network, they're doing a lot of restrictions. They're holding a lot of stuff. So they don't allow stuff on their network to the opposed of what Google will allow. So iOS is being very, very stubborn. They're like how can I put it? I can't even think of the actual mirror it, but iOS and what they're doing right now, the way that Apple is, the way they're doing stuff right now is not looking good for them. That's why a lot of people are getting pissed off at them. So even though they can have their own stuff, you can probably have a nice exclusive on your platform, but you gotta actually draw people in. And if you're not trying to fan out to allow other platforms to actually play it, okay, you got to remember, the only people that like Apple products are Americans. People don't like Apple products. They can't stand it.
I think they got a Ridley Scott movie coming out on there, right? Aren't they negotiating to get a rights to a Ridley Scott movie?
Yeah.
That shit gonna be big.
For HBO Max?
No, I think it's Apple that I think they're gonna present one.
I don't know. I really can't answer that. I don't know. So I can't get into that.
I think Ridley Scott is about to drop on one of these streaming services. He has a movie.
So
pretty soon.
Hey, if Ridley Scott's smart, he will go with Netflix, or he'll go with HBO. If he's smart. If he's smart,
he's got a show coming out on HBO Max that looks crazy. The Wolves, what's it, Raised by Wolves.
That's what I was talking about. So that's HBO Max.
HBO Max. That's what I'm saying. Because he can't. That's what I'm thinking. That's what I'm saying. If it's Ridley Scott, you got a name like that, those type of directors or anybody that magnitude, they're not going to have their stuff be restricted.
That's gonna blow up HBO Max. That's gonna blow that shit up.
Yeah.
The thing now that's going to be there will be Amazon, because Amazon is making these negotiations with
HBO. So Amazon,
get all that little crap and mess all panned out. That's just going to bring more people in, because Amazon want 30%. HBO Max don't want to give them 30%. So Amazon is going to have to learn how to actually chop that percentage down on their revenue, what they want. Okay, it's not that you're the primary holder. No, you're just adding on to the platform. So get a little bit of piece of the pie, because Amazon, which a lot of people don't know, they have some good exclusives as well. Hunters is good as hell, and we already know the boys off the hook, and so they got good exclusive content on there. So it just all depends. So the streaming wars is there, but the main two, and a lot of people will say, no, Disney this. No, Disney is going to fall. Just give it. Yeah, Disney gonna fall.
Damn.
If you look, put it like this. I want people in the chat. If y'all really, really want to know what about content is, think with common sense. I said it earlier. Disney has restrictions. Everybody else do not.
Right.
HBO Max, they gonna do mature. They can do mature. They can do kids. They can do adult. They can do violent. Will Disney do that? No. They're going to be strictly kids, and they're just going to push the bar to PG-13 to the brink. That's it. I don't care if you got Star Wars. Star Wars is done. I don't care about the MCU. The MCU was the same stuff. Yeah, they got some stuff. That's it. I'll probably say the only thing that they got that's absolutely good on there, and I ain't gonna even cap, is Mandalorian. Mandalorian off the hook.
What about their re-releases? They can bring out like fucking Snow White or something, and they can keep recycling these movies.
My point with that is that why?
People
got VHS or DVD already.
Fuck Disney, dog. I hope you're right, dog. Fuck them boys, bro.
All the new stuff, HBO that's on there, they're gonna put all new stuff on there. Whatever Disney want, HBO gonna have it. You gotta remember, HBO. Look, even if you already got them on DVD and you want to rewatch it, you gotta remember they got all the good stuff. You got Oz, you got The Wire, you got The Sopranos,
right.
You got Boondocks.
Right.
You know, Boondock season is on HBO Max. You got the new Friend. If you like Friends, you got exclusively Friends on there.
Right.
Disney Plus that messed up. They got The Simpsons, right?
Right.
People got to realize what The Simpsons is this. They altered the episodes. They took all the main stuff that was in Simpsons and took it out. Yep. They altered it. They changed it.
Yep.
Just when they bought Fox, they took a lot of the episodes that was like the real deal episodes. They changed it. Just like with the Splash movie, it came out in the 80s. It was a PG movie. They blurred out the butt shot.
Yeah.
Blurred out her butt, man. Like, really?
Hey, dog.
Stuff like that.
I hope you're right, because fucking Disney is at $127 a share right now. AT&T is at $29 a share. So damn. If I buy into AT&T at $29 and we make it past Disney at $1 whatever, I'm gonna send you some Jordans or something, bro.
There you go.
Disney Plus is only going to make, because don't let the price tag fool you. It's $6.99, no doubt. It's a good deal for the price. Don't get me wrong, the price. You think that price gonna stay like that for long? No, it's not. They gotta put content on there. They're gonna have to put a lot of content on there. And with them being restricted, don't get me wrong, they're gonna have the family and the kid base. I'm not taking that away. But if you want variety, HBO Max got kid stuff too. You got Sesame Street, you got the Elmo stuff, you got the old Looney Tunes and the new Looney Tunes stuff. You got all that kid stuff on there. You got stuff that's way, way better than what they got. Right. So what I'm saying is that you have to look at the content and what they got. They got way more stuff. You got Crunchyroll. That's anime. Everybody like anime. It's exclusively on HBO Max. Crunchyroll, bro. Like what?
Hey, dog. I hope you too. I'm riding with you, bro. I got my money on HBO Max, and I hope they got content to compete with Disney. I don't know if anybody gonna catch Netflix, but at least if they can get to Disney, I'll be happy.
They don't be neck and neck, man. It's gonna be it's gonna be neck and neck. That's why I just said they're gonna be the two top, and you might just get those two. The third slot is either gonna be it's gonna be either Disney Plus or Amazon. Amazon, I'm gonna say fourth, but Disney Plus is gonna be that third. Disney Plus. Be up there. So
when that Snyder Cut gets released, wait till you see those shares shoot up.
Yeah, I can't buy Netflix at $500 right now. You ain't getting much out of me with that. So I'm gonna stay with this $29 shit, and I'm gonna hope homie is right, and then I'll just kick back and wait.
There you go. All right, guys. Well, I wish we could talk some more. I signed up for the 2-hour time slot. We're almost there. So I want to thank Mr. Wes Ashley for coming on. I want to thank Prime. After I end this, you guys need to go right over to Film Gob's channel because he's next in the lineup and he'll be going for 2 hours. He's going to have a bunch of people over there. So, yes, please go check out Film Gob's channel. Before I go, you guys want to plug anything or say anything about your channels? Go ahead.
Well, the ones that's new, just follow me on Twitter. Y'all can get my channel that way. Just hit me at Prime76. Just type in Prime-76. You know, once you get that, you see me, follow me. And y'all can get my YouTube channel. The link is at the top. So y'all can follow me there and then go from there. Like I said, you know, your boy is always available. Just got to holler at me.
All right. What about you, Wes? You got anything to say?
Shit. Check out Go Deep tomorrow. I'm going to interview my homeboy, Gio. And then we're going to drop some merch. So you get the link to all of our Go Deep merch. Finally. Yeah.
All right, guys.
Thanks, man.
Yeah. No, thanks for coming on. I really do appreciate it. Hey, man, today's the day. It hasn't even started yet. y'all need to get ready. Continue with the Crisis of Infinite streams. It's going to be a fun day, and I'm telling you what, man, the Twitter's going to blow up tonight. I'm telling you, it's going to be nuts.
I'm ready.
Can't wait. All right, with that, I'm signing out. See you guys in a little bit.
Peace, y'all.